Hello, I'm Incarnate, bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Today we're trying some of the Project Zomboid challenge levels. I've never tried some of these, I've played most of them, and some of them are completable and some of them are not, in that you just have to play until you die. The first challenge is you have one day, and this is an example of one of the challenges which is virtually impossible to complete. You will start in a random location in the Knox County town. An interesting piece of trivia is this is the original map that was used in the Project Zomboid Alpha. This is the one that I played, and you will get a period of time where you have to gather resources, and then a massive horde of zombies will descend on you, and rinse repeat every day until you're basically dead. So I'm going to go with Carpenter. I always go with the Carpenter build, but it's especially important here because we really need to create some barricades. We need to drop down some fences and some ropes and stuff between the buildings, because eventually when the streets are completely full of zombies, there's going to be no way for us to move around despite using the rooftops. So that's going to give us a bit of a better chance to survive. I'm keen to see how long I can live in this game. The longest I've ever done is 1 week, and by that point, the entire streets of this town were flooded. There were thousands of zombies, and it was literally, yeah. There was absolutely no way I could have survived any longer than 7 days, and I would challenge anyone to see if they can last longer than that. The streets were literally flooded with zombies. There was thousands of them. You'll end up with a small crowd of around probably about maybe 50 on the first day, and it just gets worse from there. So here's a carpentry book. That's the only one I'm really interested in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I need. So I'm not going to worry about much else, because eventually I lie. I'll take the anatomy book because we might need to make some bone shivs. I'm not going to worry too much if I can't find it. No, can't find it. So at roughly around midday, the zombies will begin to flood into town. So what I'm going to be doing is trying to grab some backpacks so I can carry some stuff, and then I'm going to head down to the south and try and wait for the first horde to arrive. The first horde of zombies is just massive. They are a huge group of zombies, around 50 in size, and each day the group will get just a little bit bigger until the point where I can't fight them anymore and I succumb to their jaws and claws and everything else. I'll take that box of menstrual pads because we don't have any, and we'll take that first aid kit. Okay, at least we've got some first aid. We don't have a bag yet, but that's primarily what we're looking for at the moment. I'm having to fight zombies barehanded. Now, some self-advertisement. If you haven't watched it already, and it's not up yet, it may not be up yet, I'm doing a combat tutorial for this game, and weapons crafting and combat. So we're going to be covering all the important parts about staying alive in the game and making some really good weapons. So there we go. We've got a knife. I'm still looking for a backpack. I really want a backpack. Try and preserve our knife. Now, because we're not going to really have time to make weapons, we're pretty much going to have to deal with what we have in our environment. So I have to grab some foods. We don't want to. I don't have any bags at all at the moment, so without that, I can't carry too much. We'll grab a rolling pin. Oh, I was buggered. I'm not worried too much about There we go. That's what I was after. So a whiskey bottle is our disinfectant, just in case we get injured. And a water bottle, we definitely need that. Okay, beautiful. Alright. So unfortunately, no luck with the... I wonder if this is a multi-story building. I don't think it is. No, it's not. About 12 o'clock, the zombies are going to start pouring in. So I'm going to head south now. Now, what I'm trying to do is to just prepare myself for when the hordes arrive. The hordes will, from experience, they hone in on where your current location is. So I want to try and lead the horde away from where I am. This is this area. There's a high-rise building, a very tall building, and in that building is our best chance of survival. But if the zombies turn up there, I won't get a chance to actually get into the building. I want to try and break in that building, and I want to try and set up a rope ladder down to ground level, and I want to try and also have a nice bridge between each of the buildings. So all the buildings are very close, so if I'm lucky, I'll be able to build a bridge between each of the different buildings, and I'll be able to run between the buildings and run along the rooftops, Batman style. So that will be a necessity. Unfortunately, without the correct equipment, though, I'm not going to be able to carry anything. So I really need that bag. I'm really hoping for that bag. I might find one in here. Okay, school bag. It's going to have to do. Now, the zombie horde spawns at around midday. So I've got about 50 minutes to get my kit together. At least I have a... I hear footsteps. Yeah, I did. That was lucky. I'm just looking for some disinfectant here. Razors. Nothing there. That's a shame. Oh, no, a straight razor. That's what I'm actually using at the moment, if you don't know. I'm using a straight razor as a stabbing weapon, which it's an old school straight razor, so I don't think it would work as a stabbing weapon. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. Alright. Cool. So I better get out of here because the horde is about to arrive. And I definitely don't want to be stuck in here when they get here. The horde is going to hone in on wherever I currently am. So we want to try and lead them down here. Right down to the bottom of the map. Maybe somewhere in the woods here. This will work. Now I'm probably never, because of the urgency and the massive hordes in this, I'm not going to be able to do much in the way of farming in the map, in terms of or I shouldn't say farming, gathering wood. So normally I would want this area free of zombies, but it's not going to happen. So we'll wait for this horde. They will be any second, hopefully. They will arrive. We'll know them because we'll be able to hear them. We're at the very south of the map, so we want to try and keep them far away. I can't see them. Should be reasonably safe to wander around. Uh-oh. Well, that should at least burst our eardrums. and ensure that all the zombies head in that direction. Oh, this is an abandoned site. Now there should be a market here somewhere. I'm gonna head back home because the zombies will have headed that way now. Now what our home's going to be is a multi-story building here to the north. Now that I've got rid of a majority of the zombies, we're going to be using, hopefully, and it really, again, it depends if this building's actually free or not. Yeah, there it is. It's just up there. So it looks like it's actually abandoned. We want to clear our way all the way to the top floor. And then I'm going to use a nail and a rope and make myself a rope down to the bottom floor. Let's make sure we can get in first. Beautiful. Now we've got a bag, we can start loading up. They are somewhat docile, these guys. But it is pretty packed. Alright. And the first thing we're going to need is some nails, so we'll go and get those really quick. There is a hardware store here somewhere. I mean, it's not very far. Here we go. This is a bit misleading. It looks like a bookstore. They just got the sprite wrong. So we're going to box of nails if we can. We definitely want an axe. And there's a box of nails. More of those. We'll have them. And a crowbar. Alright, cool. Oh, better grab that saw. We always want a saw. Beautiful. So yeah, I guess the difference between my current playthrough and, of course, my normal play style is we're playing a lot less cautiously here, and it's because we're on a clock. We don't have a lot of time. We've got a lot of very hungry zombies waiting, and at 12 o'clock every day, they're coming for us. So what I'm hoping to find is a sledgehammer, but I'm not going to sledge the stairs until I have successfully cleared this. Oh, there we go. You run right into that. That was perfect. Now I don't have time to clear out the whole building, so I'm just going to have to be somewhat careful. Oh, that was a nice trick there. Alrighty. Now, unfortunately, this building is infested, but it's our best chance of survival because even with a massive zombie horde, it's going to take them quite a long time to find their way up here. And I am going to, if I can, get a sledgehammer and sledge those stairs. So here we are. We are at our little penthouse. This is where we're going to be spending our time. We've got some disinfectant, beautiful. So we're just going to chuck some of our stuff in here. First aid kit. Take the water bottle, that'll do in there. We might just dump this all on the ground, to be honest. Oops, I want the whiskey bottle in case I get bitten. Crowbar, screwdriver, nails, axe, I'll chuck that carpentry book down. I don't ever recommend you being this disorganised when you play. You should take the time to kit yourself out. But oh, there we go. We're going to need some. Actually, we are going to need some more. I'm pretty sure that guy spawned there because I had cleared that room. That's okay. We are going to need some more zombies anyway. I need their clothes. So I'm actually... might see if we can get some clothes out of here. Nope. We are going to have to kill some zombies. Whoop. Oh, here we go. You're too kind. I'm going to need about 8, because this is an 8-story building, but I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to grab about 10. There we go. There's some over here. That'll do us. And we're going to sling a sheet rope outside this window. And then start carting. We'll be able to start carting all their goods up the sheet rope. So it's now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so we don't have a lot of daylight left. We are going to have to be very careful we don't just jump out that window too. It's those boxes and nails. There we go, and sheet rope. Beautiful. We now have a way down to the ground floor. And we'll chuck the rest of our ropes here, and the rest of our nails down. And spare sheet rope. Okay. So now it's time for tools. We need tools and weapons. And then finally, if we have a chance, we're going to go down to the market to the south, because there's a fresh food market and there'll be plenty of food for us. We're running a little bit hot. Yep, we're not carrying a lot of stuff, so we're going to load up here. We want weapons. We're going to need as many weapons as we can carry. Baseball bat. And if we can find a box of MREs, lighters, we'll definitely want a lighter. Silencer, if we find a gun, that will be really handy. Potato peeler can be used, actually no, it can't be used as a knife anymore. VHS tape. When's the last time people have seen VHS tapes? I haven't seen one for years. Pens, cling wrap, all this stuff is really useful, but without it's all, I guess it's because we're not setting ourselves up for long-term survival. We're just trying to stay alive. Now I'll take those nails. Okay. Kitty litter. There's a lot of random stuff they've added into the game, which is interesting. Blah, 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 shoes. This game is a lot easier to survive with when you've got the Hydrocraft mod, I must admit. Pallet of stones, that would be handy if we wanted to make some, again, long-term stuff. Okay. More baseball bats. That one's busted. We'll take this one. What would really be helpful, because we've now got a saw and a knife, if we can find a pallet of wood, I can then make a lot of wooden stakes. That'll give us a chance. So what we're looking for is a pallet of wooden stakes. Let's grab some hammers as well. I don't have a hammer. No. Lots of nails. We'll grab more nails. Pallet of stones. We were looking for a pallet of wood. Probably not lucky enough to have that. Nope. Another axe. The axes we're going to be using as a direct weapon in this game, because we're not going to stay alive long enough to use it for its intended purpose. There we go, pallet of logs, excellent. I can't carry that. I'm going to have to actually carry it the old-fashioned way. But I'm going to saw all those into some makeshift knives for us. See if I can find some more lumber stack. Nice. Take that. And an axe. Try and find some more. There we go. Hammers. Take some wood glue. We might be able to make some makeshift weapons if we have time. I don't know. We'll see. The irony is that there's so many weapons here, and there's so much stuff. If we didn't have these hordes of zombies, we could set up a base very, very easily. We pretty much got all the stuff that we strive to find over days and months in one convenient location. Stores everywhere, everything's untouched, everything's ready to go. Lots and lots of stuff everywhere. Unfortunately, we haven't found any pallets though, what we want. Again, when I'm not really worried about long-term survival, grabbing IBCs and that. We're probably not gonna survive long enough for the water to go out. And even if it does, we've got 8 stories of. Okay. Alright, so pretty much got everything we need. What's out here? And this is food. Okay. Don't worry about that. We'll take this back to our base. Probably going to be pretty overweighted now. All this raw wood will be able to be used for weapons and also to build a little bit of a bridge. So I'm going to try and build a bridge to this building here. And that way when we get out, we're not going to have to just climb down into the street, because that's probably not going to be a very safe thing to do. So I'm going to dump all this stuff up here. I'm going to run down to the market and then get some food. So I'm just going to dump everything here. I've got an axe here as well, and a pallet of logs, and a lumber stack. Cool. So we've got a little bit of medical supplies, so we don't need to hit the medical center yet. But there is a fresh food mart down here, so we are going to hit that. Hopefully I don't get too winded. If we hit the fresh food mart, there's a convenience store as well over here. But I doubt we'll ever get to the point where the food spoils. We'll probably be dead before then. Pretty sure it's here. It's near here. We only need to worry about fresh food at this point. And the food mart has there's a massive amount of food. It's the only stop we'll need to make. It's so amazing running through these streets with just like empty zombies, and you're just like, oh, this has never happened in the base game. You'd be running through here and you'd be completely overrun by zombies. But it'll change. You'll see that this will eventually will come through here and you won't be able to move. There'll be that many zombies. Here we go, and here we have fresh food. Let's just load up. Just gonna grab everything I can. Both bags full. And some of this food is non-perishable too, so we'll save that for last. It's full up. This is the only stop for food we'll need to make. This will see us through. But all this stuff is going to go rotten, so we might as well grab it all. And that's pretty much got us full up on food. It's a bit of a waste, all this food, but that's the luck of the draw. Now thankfully these low fences can be vaulted, so we can just jump over these fences. We have 2 more stops I want to make. Hopefully we want to try and get to bed early too, because if we sleep in and it's 12 o'clock when we wake up, then we're going to have a bunch of zombies at our front door. So I'm going to try and lead them down to the south again. And tomorrow I'm going to try and build a bit of a wall between the... 1, build a wall on the bottom floor of the building, and then 2, build a bridge so that I don't have to jump down onto the ground floor. It'll be nice to hit this place up, maybe make some Molotovs as well. So when shit goes down and it's my last stand, I can toast some zombies and we can have a bit of a laugh at them all going up. Yeah, this is one of those survival maps where you pretty much you're stuffed. You can't win, but and that's why it's probably one of my least favourite of the challenge maps. But I wanted to try it because I wanted to see if I got any better and see if I could actually last beyond 7 days. But I don't think you can, to be honest. By then, this whole map was overrun. They were everywhere. And even if I had a machine gun, I couldn't have killed all of them. Go. So it is getting a bit late, so we might have time to break in one last trip. If I'm lucky. And that will be to the medical centre. I've got a little bit of medicine here, but not really a lot. Go. We've got so much food in here, we'll never run out. I don't even know if I'll have enough room in the fridge for all this. We won't need food. You can see there we've got the fridge is half full, so a full fridge, absolutely full fridge of food will keep you fed for around 3 weeks, give or take. So we will not run out of food before we die. I better keep some food on me. Okay. Oops. I got more in here. Jeez, we've got so much food. Look at that. Damn. Okay. Alrighty, on to the medical centre. We are somewhat winded, but we really don't have time to rest. There's also a little convenience store up here, where we'll be able to, if we have a little bit of room left over, get some non-perishable food. And maybe some weapons as well, we don't know. I think there's a bar here. The bar's pretty good, might be able to get a shotgun or something. Okay, oh no, this is more hardware, okay. Oh, here's our medicine, so we want some alcohol wipes. Grab some bandages. Beta blockers might be handy because we'll be fighting a lot. Painkillers definitely. Suture needle, yep, for sure. One tweezer will be enough. And vitamins. What do I need iodine for? I was hoping to find some tablets that will stave off sleep. They're caffeine tablets, I think they're called. Nope. Pity. Well, we've got the most important stuff. Small potatoes, but oh god, there's more stuff. This is a survivalist heaven. If we weren't going to die, this would be a really nice setup. Probably a bit too easy though. We'd have everything we need in one place. This is one of the marts, so we'll be able to find some non-perishable food here. I'm hoping to grab some soft drink, because that'll be a nice alternative to having water, which you may run out of. Grab bugger it, we'll grab it all. This will definitely be enough for us to last a couple of weeks. How to do it. So I'm probably overdoing it, considering we really don't need this much food. We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die from hunger. That's definitely an absolute certainty. We might check out this. Some of the bars and shops have counters, and they'll often have shotguns. Guns are pretty important in this map because we'll be able to go to the other side of town, fire off a gun, just to get the zombies away. Alrighty. I think we'll chuck this stuff away, and then we might call it an episode at this. And for our second episode, we'll see if we can last a little bit longer. I have no idea if we'll be able to, or whether we die, but it's certainly fun to find out. Get all this stuff chucked away. We've also got to worry about the fact that there are zombies in the building, but I just haven't had the time to. I've had to prioritise going out and grabbing resources to keep us alive. We've got lots of weapons, axes, knives. No guns, unfortunately, but Doesn't matter. And we can also search within this building too, because there'll be plenty of supplies in the building. Go. So much food. So much food. And now we've got medical supplies as well. Alrighty. Now, in the main game, you're never actually going to find this. Like, you're never going to find stacks and stacks of food in one location like this. And especially, you're not going to just be able to walk in casually and take it. Alrighty. And it'll be interesting to see whether I can trick them again tomorrow. Eventually, the town just gets so full that there's no real place to go, and then that's kind of when they get in. And the last time I tried this, they just ended up they completely overrun the whole place, found their way up the building, and then come in and wreck me because I couldn't find a unfortunately couldn't find a sledgehammer. That's what I was looking for. And without the sledgehammer, I can't block the bottom floor of the building. So that does mean there is a possibility they may actually get in. Oh, damn. Damn medicine cabinet's so small it won't even store all the medicine, so it's going to have to go on the ground. I better take one bandage in case I get injured. Alrighty. So that's it for this episode. We made it past our first day, and tomorrow is going to be where the game really picks up. Hopefully we manage to survive another day, and we'll see how many days we actually make it before we succumb to the zombie hordes. If you like this episode, please subscribe. Check out my other Project Zomboid series. I love this game, so it will be very interesting to see what your thoughts are on this series and on my Project Zomboid series in general. They seem to be a bit of a fan favourite, so hopefully this one is like all of the others. Until next time, Skill Incarnate out.